Alright, Trip Zero here. We're at the Deschutes River with Mrs. Trip Zero, and as you can see, it's raining quite a bit. This is winter camping in the northwest, so there's not going to be a whole lot of snow, maybe a little bit, because it did snow earlier this week. We are somewhat prepared for the rain, hopefully prepared enough. So we got poncho, we've got quick dry stuff, I've got a Cuban fiber pack cover. Mrs. Trip Zero has a Kelpie pack cover. Hi, Mrs. Trip Zero. And our gear is lined with plastic bags, so we should hopefully stay relatively dry. It's going to rain probably the whole time. I guess we'll start down the trail and maybe make some videos as we go, talk about the gear we brought, and yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. We're here 2 nights and see how far we get. Alright, Trip Zero out for the moment. Catch you later. Alright, we're a little ways down the trail. You can see the Deschutes River right there. Feeds into the Columbia, which is back there. You can kind of see it. Visibility is not great. We're doing alright, we're warm. Miss Trip Zero is equipped with some Bates GP4, I think. Waterproof Gore-Tex boots, and she's Under Armour gloves and Base 2.0. I've got a video, maybe I'll attach to this, about her gear. And I've got some camelback gloves. Underneath that is some Under Armour liner. Got 100% polar or a polyester little fleece thing. Underneath that is some Under Armour tactical base layer stuff. Bates boots, waterproof, that I've done a review on. You can see this is the east side of Mount Hood. It's desert country. With all the rain, you probably couldn't tell, but it's I mean, you can tell by the sagebrush and lack of green trees, lack of trees of any sort. In the summertime, this trail gets really crowded and really hot, they say. I haven't done it in the summertime. And that river is a really good rafting river, the Deschutes. Really popular for that. So we'll keep hiking. I think we'll maybe do a couple miles today. Find a camp spot and settle down. It's kind of late. Day 2 we'll hike a bit further, camp, and then day 3 we'll hike the whole way back. So it's good that the first day is a little shorter. Not only so we could get back the entire way, the entire distance of the first and second day on the third day, but if anything goes wrong later today or tonight, we're not too far away from the car. That would be a fun river to raft, I think. Some rapids and way fun. It's probably way high. You can tell by the trees that are submerged. Alright. This film is happening on my N9. I'm not filming with my Moto-X Android phone like I thought I'd be. Because N9 has 64 gigs of memory. My Moto-X only has 16, so I'll probably run out real quick on my Moto-X of film space. Plus the camera on this might actually be better. We'll see. The crappy thing about this phone is I won't be able to charge it with all the batteries I brought. So Once it's dead, it's dead. But we'll try and get as much video as we can. Alright, Trip Zero out. We'll catch you later. I wanted my channel to be a lot about tech. And so I've actually brought what I think is a lot of tech with me. We'll see. This is my Moto-X, and it's running backcountry maps app. That's what I'm going to use for navigate. There's actually a little bit of cell signal. I've got some edge. If you can focus that in, maybe. Maybe not. But yeah, I've got a little bit of signal. I could get GPS on the phone, but I'm actually connected to a Garmin Bluetooth phone, or no, Garmin Bluetooth GPS that's actually in my pack. Gets a really good fix. It's a Garmin Glow. I've done other videos about it when I talk about some of the tech of the gear, but yeah, so that's what I use for my maps. We're actually, so there's a whole bunch of, we've left the larger trail, which is the bike trail. We're walking on the hiking only trail. We're gonna sit on that park bench. There's park benches every so often. We're gonna sit there and eat some grub. Sprinkling lightly, not bad. You can see a little bit of, maybe not. There's a few little raindrops, so it's not too bad. We're really warm, huh, Miss Trip Zero? You warm?
Yeah.
We're pretty warm. It's a pretty view. There's some train tracks on the other side. We just saw a truck driving on the tracks. Not out of the ordinary. I think that truck is one of the railroad trucks, so pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna get some grub.
Yes, hello to you, Mr. Zero.
So I've got some Vienna sausage in a can. A can might not be a great idea. It's not that lightweight. And it's got, as you can see, a lot of fluid inside, the broth. I always used to eat this as a kid. It's got great calories. It's got, you know, servings per container 2 and 130 or 170 calories each. So that's, you know, 340 calories. Not counting the broth, so if you drink the broth, there's probably some extra stuff. So I'm going to drink the broth and then I'm going to eat the sausage for lunch. That's pretty spicy, or salty, but it's not bad. It's also, like, this stuff will turn into like a jelly if it gets cold enough. Not cold enough now, but so yeah, not bad.
I have chips.
Mrs. Trip Zero has some chips and some
And
cheese.
some queso.
She is Spanish today. So this is my Cuban fiber pack cover. As you can see, it's kind of translucent. You can see my carabiner through it. But it's pretty dang waterproof. I had to open my pack to get the food out, and the inside's just dry as can be. It's my wife's Kelty pack cover. So good on ZPacks, ZPacks.com for this Cuban fiber pack cover. They also do pack liners, like custom. So I'm gonna get one of that instead of, so I don't have to use some, you know, plastic garbage bag. I can, you know, get something light and awesome. So it's way pretty up here. Real brown, but I love brown. Alright, Trip Zero out. We are trying to make our way down to the lower trail. Supposedly there's some camp spots near the lower trail. We're only about 2 miles in. I found this little cave underneath this big rock face. So in a survival situation, this wouldn't be a bad place. However, on a cold day like this, who knows what's going to crawl back under there to stay dry. Might have some, there's some rattlesnakes in these parts, and be risky to try it, so maybe you have to be careful if you needed, in a survival situation, if you needed to have a shelter there. Are you having fun yet?
Yeah.
Mrs. Trip Zero? Still a way beautiful river. The river's kind of high, so we're kind of nervous about this lower trail. Hopefully it stays above the water, but if not, oh well. As far as packs go, Miss Trip Zero's pack is 28 pounds.
Is it dirty now? The bottom?
No, I can't tell. Mine's 43 pounds, so not too bad. I expect that this is probably going to be the weight I'll typically take. Alright, we're going to head down and see if we can find a spot to camp for tonight, and I'll catch you guys when I find a spot. Alright, we found a simple place to camp. Relatively dry or flat spot near the river. As you can see, like, it's the only flat spot in the area. Like, it's not so flat. But it should be cool, right by the river. This is our tent. The Sierra Designs Mojo 2 two-person tent. It was really easy to set up. At least the pole part was easy to set up. The stakes were a bit challenging. A little challenging, I think mostly because, one, I tried doing it with these gloves and my dexterity is not so great with the gloves. And two, the ground's kind of rocky. Stakes don't go in that far, and it's tough to get them like positioned properly. I'll show you inside. So Velcro here, and this opens up. Like so, then you can kind of just throw that over the side. And you could probably store something right there in the night and cover it with this. Same with the side. You see the little bit of real estate on both sides outside the tent, and then inside, just, you know, two-person tent. Should be pretty snug for both of us. It is high enough that I can sit up in it. I'm 6 foot with a little bit of headroom. But this tent is super light. These are aluminum poles and stakes. I'm not sure how durable they are. If they bend, I'm sure they bend easily. I don't know. Don't want to try it. So I'm nervous about that. But we'll see how this tent goes. First time using it. We'll see. It's supposed to rain. Hopefully we'll stay dry. Alright. Miss Trip Zero is getting ready. Getting our stuff out. Alright. We are cooking. We've got some rice in there. Boiling some water.
Show the rice.
But I'm boiling it with my PowerPot. Oh, you want to see the rice? There's the rice. If you, I've done a video on the PowerPot before. Please excuse my lack of good light. Let me turn this up a bit. Okay, that's better. It's got a thermoelectric generator at the bottom, and it's great for boiling water. And it's got a cable that comes out here that turns into a USB plug. I don't know if you can see the light, meaning it's doing stuff. And I've got a nice little amp meter thing. Pull upside down. I'll put the camera in the darkness. Okay, figure this camera out. That's 601 or 620 milliamps right there. So it's more than what you get charging your computer. And I've got it charging this little battery thingy. Oh my goodness. I am not good with the camera right now. Charging that, so we'll boil the water and get whatever charge we can into that. So that'll be good. And while that's boiling, we're gonna chow down on some rice. We've got some cup of noodle that we'll use with the boiled water, and some smoked salmon we're gonna eat with the rice. Good stuff. All right. Cheers. We're done eating the salmon. It was pretty good. Just another thing on the PowerPot. It's getting pretty warm. It's not boiling yet, but over time the power reduces. So now it's only outputting about 350 milliamps, where it was putting out almost 620 earlier. So as the water gets warmer, the output gets less and less. So just one thing to be aware of, rather. All right, I'm steaming some cup of noodle right now, and Apache's Mrs. Trip Zero is down in some hot cocoa, and we're just having a good time. Back inside the tent. During the night time, we stuck our packs on the side here to keep them out of the rain, and we cut our boots in front of the door. We lost a stake in this one due to the wind. The ground's really soft, and the wind is, gusting at, 15-20 miles an hour. But I wanted to talk about this battery pack. So before I had the Guide 10, and I felt like the Guide 10 wouldn't cut it, and here's why. Guide 10 uses AA nickel metal hydride batteries. Nickel metal hydride, unless you get a special kind, will slowly drain over time. That's not a huge problem if you're going on a quick trip, but the charging efficiency isn't that great. They're around 50%, so you have to put a lot more energy into them than you would get out. So the energy efficiency, charging efficiency, is quite poor. And where I'm trying to keep charging these with, the PowerPot, which I showed last night, and maybe a solar panel, which I did not bring this time. It's in the trunk of my car. I didn't figure we'd have any sun, but there is some sun, if you can believe that. Right now, anyway. So, but lithium-ion batteries, even though I determined them to be a little bit heavier per capacity, are much more efficient at charging. So I grabbed this Anker, let's see, what is it called? Gee, it doesn't even say what the name is. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and I've got it charging my N9, which I would be using to film, and it's pulling a pretty good current. We've actually been using this all night to charge all three of our phones: the N9, my wife's Galaxy, and this Moto-X that I'm using to record this. And it's only gone down by, 1/4. So that's pretty good. It is quite heavy and it is quite large. But hopefully the efficiency makes up for it. And the capacity. We'll see. So I'm charging this phone right now. I wish I would have brought my solar panel now that I can see the sun out, because we're going to be hiking. We decided to hike back to the car today, because it's expected to rain some more tonight, and it's supposed to be windy, and the wind will just ruin everything. The rain's not so bad, but the wind, it's not so fun. And my sleeping bag, I'll admit, it was cold. I could feel the cold through it. So maybe my sleeping bag's not equipped for cold weather camping just yet. Anyway, that's all I got. This is the Anker something, no name. I forget the name. 10,000 milliamp hour. It's like, I want to say it's like an Evo 2, but it's not. And yeah, check it out. One last look at the beautiful area before we take off. High lake, or not lake, river. Big enough, wide enough to be a lake. I've seen lakes smaller than this. Nice sunny blue skies right now. It's probably 40 degrees. Did you have fun, Mrs. Trip Zero?
Yes, Charlie.
Tent held up really well. We were dry inside, protected us from this wind. Look at that wind. Ground is pretty soft, so some of the stakes came out, but we put them back in. But overall, pretty happy. It's a good time. All right, see you back at the car. We are back at the car. We finished. I wanted to show you guys. I'm kicking myself for not bringing this panel. I left it in the trunk. But here it is. If we look back at the amp meter, can you see that? About 830 milliamps, which is pretty good. Not even, I mean, there's a little bit of cloud too, so pretty good. You can see it's dropping down as the cloud rolls over, down to 500. Charging this Anker 300 milliamp hour battery with it, and yeah, you can just stuff this in this little pocket back here and strap it on the back of your pack. I had a setup going where I could strap it on pretty well. But yeah. Alright. Catch you back in another trip. This is the Deschutes Trail. Deschutes River Trail, and I'm out.
So it's time to go. Say something, honey. It's time to go. I like the place. It's beautiful in here.
Brown, huh? You look great, honey. Look at that. We are strengthening.
Why is the water like that, honey?
Why is it dirty?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of water coming off the mountains and stuff. It's raining, it's been snowing.
It's because of the soil.
Yeah, well, yeah. Erosion.
It's like,
it's really high. The river's really high and
it's like rivers in the Philippines.
dirty.
Yeah.
I do remember when there's a storm, right? You look great, honey. You are tactical elite. All right. Say goodbye.
Bye.